Oh, hi there. Cello. Hey now. Hola. And ba weep grana weep ninny bong. However you want to say it. Welcome to that Kev1 show. Woo! Happy 4th of July, everybody! Celebrate your independence however you like. I'm celebrating here with friends of the show, and with a new hit song later tonight, be serenaded by the glorious Whim Grace. But first, a Best Picture award-winning makeup artist, friend of the show that you know one very well, who's in the right light, in the right moonlight, and it's his moment. And in the right kind of light, you might say he's the best vampire Spike this side of Sunnydale. I'm talking to a fantastic friend of the show, tremendous, amazing being, and one of the creators of Born of Myth, which you can see on the big screen July 18th. It's DC Hitt. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how are you doing, man? Good to be back.
Oh, good, man. I'm enjoying this heat wave. You're enjoying it too, right?
Oh, it's crazy out there. I'm sitting in the cool air conditioner right now, but yeah, it's going to be warm. I think it's like 105 later this week.
It is wild, yeah. I'm just not used to it in the Pacific Northwest. And you're in Vancouver, right?
Yep.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, and yeah, it's like hay fever season knocks my ass out. It's like kryptonite to me.
Oh yeah, my girl's dealing with the allergies a little bit. We the other day we did some yard work outside, and oh boy, she was at it for a while, hacking, coughing a bit.
I just can't find the right. I don't know what. It's like I take like I think this is kind of like this Costco Zyrtec, which is fine in Portland. But then whenever I'm like say like a little higher up, like well your neck of the woods, like Vancouver, it just hits me even worse. I don't know what it is about up there that is just like it feels like I'm from another planet and like it's just not terraformed for me or something. It's
Oh
like,
man.
and I'm not trying to take umpteenth kinds of 24-hour medications that all say don't take too much, you'll have liver failure, extreme liver damage.
So far I remain blissfully immune, but I know as I get older, as a person gets older, you can like develop allergies. So I'm waiting for that to hit me sometime.
Hopefully you pass that. Hopefully you dodged that bullet, but yeah, because no fun. But man, I'm so glad to have you back on the show because the first time you were here, you talked about a bunch of stuff, including making of Born of Myth, which is now hitting the big screen. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's very cool. We've been working on it for quite a while. It's an idea that I developed years ago, and it's kind of gone through several changes. Just a little script that started out, just like as a proof of concept, like, oh, I'm just going to do something cool to kind of show off my special effects, my fight choreography skills, that kind of a thing. And I had a friend that was like, hey, we could produce this. We should write like a bigger, better story. So it just kind of started to steamroll, and then it became what it is now.
Oh, that is so awesome. I mean, yeah, it's just, oh, your baby, finally.
Oh, it's very cool. Like we've had a tiny premiere over in Gresham, just for like cast and crew more or less, just to kind of check it out, and that was cool. But that was like kind of a small little venue. This will be at the Kiggins on the big screen, so it'll be so cool just to hear the full sound, see the full picture. Yes.
Oh, and seats are limited, so they got to get that. They'll be seeing that. What premiere is July 18th, right? Coming up.
Yeah, it's July 18th at the Kiggins Theater. It's the Vancouver Film Showcase. So doors are at 6:30. Shows at 7. Should go about 2-ish hours or so. Yeah, there's other shorts going on as well. So I'm not exactly sure how the lineup is going to go, but I do know all the films in the lineup. So first off, we got from me, is Born of Myth, and that's Blue Sector Media is the production company I'm kind of going with. And then Silver Keys Media has the Matahari Agency, which is a fun film. I've seen that one before. It's very fun. It's very cool. And then the ones I haven't seen is from Form 7 Productions. There's Don't Give Up. And Marble Mountain Films is showing Legend of the Forest and also Grave Retreat. So a bunch of really cool, different venues, different genre kind of short films and stuff. So a very cool night.
Oh, very cool indeed. So, without spoilers, what can you tell fans to entice them to get tickets for Born of Myth? How would you sell it?
So Born of Myth specifically is an action horror, so it's kind of in the line of a Supernatural or a Buffy, but it's also turned up a little bit. There's some pretty gory stuff in there or whatever. And a lot of those shows, while they have good stories and stuff, they kind of go real light on the gore and the this and that, just because of TV and sensibilities and stuff. And I, being a practical makeup effects person, like to kind of push the envelope a little bit.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, very awesome. Oh,
So really cool fights, and there's a little bit of gore, not like a gore fest by any means, but there's definitely a gory scene to be had. And right now we're in production of the second part. So basically, this started out as just doing like a short, to try and shop around. And me and my co-producers have come to the idea of let's shoot a second part and mash these two short films together. And so the plan is to make a pilot and then try to sell the pilot
ooh, very cool.
as like a full half-hour episode, like an episodic. I have 6 other episodes that I've written, and I have a very loose framework for a full season should we end up getting picked up or something happen.
I mean, would that have still have the same title, Born of Myth?
Yeah, it would still be Born of Myth, yep. Actually, right now, one of my co-producers, who's also the director and the editor, he's trying to cut together, we recently shot a bar fight scene over in Gresham, really, really cool bar fight scene. And so some really cool action and stuff. And so we're trying to tag that on to the film that'll be showing at Kiggins. So that way people can kind of see we're still in production and just trying to see what's in store for the next bit.
Ooh, very cool. Wow, big screen Easter eggs. I love that. So, when watching this Born of Myth on the 18th, would this almost seem like a giant, huge, big budget, like giant pilot, kind of like back in the day, you'd see like a 2-hour movie pilot, or is its own standalone?
We're not sure exactly how we want to go with the episodic. Is definitely the way to go, but we may end up doing like 4 episodes or 3 episodes and try to turn it into a mini movie as well, because we would have roughly enough content for like a small movie or whatever. We're just trying to kind of put it together. We're still in the beginnings phases, so this first part was kind of our first effort, and now we're still working on it, putting it together, just trying to get it out there, get some interest in it.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of like continuity. Like when people tell me like, "What kind of stories do you like?" and I'm like, "Wow, I love all kinds," but I just really love, even before like the MCU had like every Tom, Dick, and Harry fan out there like, yeah, let's kind of as an OG comic fan, I've always loved the interconnected universes and constantly expanding on like seasons or movie spinoffs and. And we're talking,
Totally.
yeah, we talked about that on your first time on the show, like the whole synergy of like the kind of the '80s type stuff, like Transformers and He-Man and GI Joes. There was constantly selling toys and animated series and movies, but like they're all great, high quality. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. I'm just excited for people to see it. I wrote, I co-produced, did practical effects, and did fight choreography for it. So definitely heavily involved. It took us a long time to get to from where it started to where it is now. So we're all very happy with it, very proud of it, and it would just be cool to share it with everybody.
Yeah, very cool. I'm so proud of you, man. That's so awesome. It's like, yeah, oh.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is it's so hard. Like, I've been doing makeup effects for 20-some years, and I work on so many films that just never see the light of day because one thing or another falls by the wayside. Distribution or just lack of will, lack of money. There's a million things that will kill a production, and so it's just a very cool thing to actually, start it, get it done, finish it, and then have like a finished product. Like, it's hard enough just to get that. A lot of people don't even realize how hard it is just to get to that point.
Yeah, it's almost like winning the lottery. Even though you're putting hard work in the entire time, it's so miraculous, and so many things could fall apart. It's almost like it's your passion. You're all about it when you're a real actor and an artist in this biz. But like sometimes, some just at the last minute, you might even have like your 4th callback and not get it. It's almost you almost gotta you need so much of your energy and chi put into it, but then like you almost don't want to tell anyone in case that last second, the House of Cards falls and it doesn't get produced.
Exactly. Well, I've worked on so many movies. Probably about half of the movies and projects that I've worked on, I'll work on the project. I'll do some cool stuff for it, get paid, of course, which is always good.
Yeah.
But then it just goes by the wayside. So then people are like, oh, hey, what about that one thing you were working on? It's like, well, it didn't get funded and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just, it's painful sometimes. Like, years ago, I did a really awesome chainsaw effect where we took a real chainsaw and hacked up a foam body that I had rigged up, and it just looked great. The guy got covered in blood. It was just super gory, fun time, and it looked great. But then the movie just ended up falling by the wayside, and it was like, oh man, so painful.
Yeah, tell me about. Oh my lord, do you have footage of that, at least rough cut footage that came off?
I have a tiny thing on my YouTube or whatever, a very tiny little blurb on my YouTube from it. It's always hard too because I'm doing special effects on these sets and stuff by myself, so I usually have to ask somebody to do BTS for me or whatever else. I don't have a spare hand.
Yeah. Huh. Man, the man of many hats. Yeah. Man, well, one film I really want to get an update on, if possible. I don't know where you are exactly with it, but because the crew here are big fans too, and they were buzzing about it from especially from stills on social media. I want to say, Ouija: A New Beginning. What can you tell us about the progress with that? Do we have a poster coming soon or anything? Or
we've gotten a couple progress updates. That supposedly it's supposed to be out sometime this year. We haven't
Oh,
really heard
good.
back. He's trying to. The director of it, I believe, was Jason Hawkins, and he's trying to get several projects done kind of at the same time. He's always super busy, that guy. And so, that's going to be coming soon. I'm very excited for that because we did a lot of super scary stuff for that. I don't want to ruin anything, obviously, but it was a very fun shoot, really cool. I'm very proud of one of the makeups. There's some cool effects and stuff. Very creepy, very Conjuring style. Very cool.
Yeah, Ouija: A New Beginning. That's the title they're sticking with, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because I don't want to butcher that. Oh, great. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's still. I'm sure it was your handiwork with the hand, right? It looked so cool.
Oh yeah. You'll see where all those come into play later on. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see that
Oh
one.
man, huh? That is so cool, huh? Man. Now, last time we were here, we geeked out on a lot of stuff. I think Captain Power and a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Are you binging or geeking out on anything specifically lately, or what?
Right now I'm just kind of watching The Boys and stuff like that. Weirdly enough, your TikTok or Reels or whatever you happen to watch brings different little things to your algorithm. And I've been really rewatching and kind of rekindling my love for the Orville, if you've ever seen that.
Ooh, I saw it. I've never seen it, but I know of it pretty well. I know Seth MacFarlane, Star Trek parody, right? I saw something on TikTok the other day about a hologram thing where someone was trying to pick up a date in a bar, and it was it's on setting 1. Let's put her on setting 8, where she's married with a gun, and But yeah, I should check that out. Huh?
I really like it. It's very well done. It gets better as the seasons go along, for sure. You're not sure what to expect of it because you think it's supposed to be funny because it's by the Family Guy, creator and whatnot. And it is funny, but there's definitely some deeper parts to it, and it's all the parts that you would love about Star Trek, but done in a slightly different or maybe even a slightly smarter way.
Okay.
Very cool, very cool. I enjoy all the actors and stuff like that. I remember watching the first 2 seasons, and I haven't seen the newest season, but I've been seeing little snippets, and now I'm like, I've got to binge watch at some point.
Okay, cool. So the first 2 seasons are good, like you're saying, and the third season is really enticing with the commercials and the TikToks. Okay, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I'll probably check it out. I know it's Fox. So it's probably on, I'm guessing, Hulu streaming it better.
Yep.
Dude, The Boys. I literally I just watched the newest episode of The Boys today, so I'm all about that too. And I read a lot of the comic. I didn't read all the comics of it, but
I read just a little bit of the comics. I'm a victim of a lot of the little synopsis videos where they just kind of have the recaps and stuff. So I watch a lot of those just about the comics or other stuff, just because there's so much stuff to keep up with pop culture wise. You need the little recap videos just to absorb everything.
Yeah. So good. Are you all caught up on The Boys this season, or what?
I haven't watched the latest episode, but we've watched all the other episodes. Me and my girl, it's kind of a ritual for us.
So good.
I'm leaving today to go see my folks for 4th of July, but when I come back a little later in the weekend, we're going to totally binge and watch it.
A treat for you, yeah. Man, Anthony Starr's just knocking it out of the park with a Homelander. Geez.
Like they said, or like the director had said, or whatever, that dude deserves an Oscar, some sort of award. Absolutely. He's an amazing actor.
I saw him in an interview, him with Chase Crawford, and he's British, right, or something. So it's just whoa, or no, is he Australian? Yeah. But it's so he's doing an American accent as Homelander, and just on top of it. So it's just what, Oh my God, the scene where he goes back home to the Red Room. Oh man. Jeez.
I just hope that, as so many actors do, an actor will do a great performance of something, and then they get pigeonholed. And he's such a good actor. I don't want him to get you're the Homelander type.
There is a possibility. What did I see? I saw him. I didn't see Banshee, but I've seen parts of it. I know it's a beloved series he was in before it, where he's an American accent as well, and he's a brawling fighter. And it's kind of different. He was in this horror film Cobweb I saw, as kind of an abusive, similar enough to Homelander, but different, but where he's kind of an abusive father, a psychological thriller. You'd probably like Cobweb, yeah.
it'd be fun to see him do something completely different, like be a totally good character, you know, rather than like
Ooh,
the evil
yeah.
character
I
just to
have
break
not
type.
seen that at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, Christoph Waltz. I'm sure you've seen Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah. I saw it again recently because my lady friend didn't see it
Well,
yet.
I guess the story goes, and I'm not sure of this or whatever. This is just like, you know, internet stuff that I've read or whatnot. But I guess the story goes that Quentin Tarantino wanted him for another movie after Inglourious Bastards, and so Christoph Waltz said, "Okay, I'll be in another movie, but my character has to be unquestionably good, and I cannot cuss." And so he's
Oh.
like, "Okay, fine." And so that's why he did Django Unchained.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, to try and break that mold because everybody thought he was so evil, and after the fact, like after Inglourious Bastards, he got all like bad guy roles essentially.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta see that. I've seen that a bunch, but I gotta see that again because a guest on the show recently was in Django Unchained, so I wanted to see it again too. Ooh, yeah, that'll be a movie night for you.
Right?
Yeah. Man. Last night I rewatched. I'm sure you saw it, especially you being you. The Wes Craven horror classic Wishmaster. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. Those are so underrated.
Yeah, dude, I remember seeing that. I saw that because a friend who loved horror films back. I don't know, it was probably high school. Showed it to me. I was like, oh, yeah, I loved it. It was just so fun. It almost felt like a.
Oh yeah,
What's the
special
vibe?
effects are a bit dated because it is of its time, but I mean, it's a great movie, great series.
I feel like it holds up in a weird way, just because the practical effects. You know, what I mean, yeah, a lot of the '90s when they go digital, it's almost kind of cute. You know, when the gym explodes or something like that. But
Right.
yeah, it almost felt. I love the vibe of it. It's almost like a Sam Raimi, or I mean, it's Wes Craven, but like it almost felt like Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man in it. You're like,
totally.
he just
And I
got
love his practical effects suit. You know, like I feel like the '90s to the 2000s was kind of the last big gasp of like really good, like solid practical effects before things really started to get rolled into all the CGI there is now.
Yeah, it's so many cool touches on it, like on his shoulders coming from right back. I think they're the horns. They're supposed to be the horns that come from the top of his head around the back, and they're kind of like alive and moving on his shoulders and stuff. It was just great. Like,
Oh yeah, super creepy.
Little stuff like that.
I forget the actor's name, but the actor is great.
Oh, I don't think this is quite as new. It's something like Alex Denzinoff, something like that.
Oh,
maybe it's that.
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, but yeah, his voice you almost can't help but imitate it. Like, make your wish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, and there's
so
a part, I'm
good.
not sure if it's the first Wishmaster. I think it might be the second or the third one where he's like in prison. And like he's human in prison. He looks human, but even as a human, he's creepy.
Yeah, I mean he's creepy. Yeah, I mean he's got no offense to him. He's got a great look. He's got an evil look, and but yeah, he looks he's got his human form in the first one as well. Because I just saw it. But yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I'll check out part 2. I've seen I think TikToks or something of the second one where it's in prison because I think he makes like a lawyer like. Some lawyer says, I wish he'd go fuck himself. And his body twists around. That's what I saw on Instagram or TikTok or somewhere. I was like, whoa. And I'm like, geez, they wouldn't make that now. I mean, it would be way censored, way more whatever. And so it's like, I almost want to see it. Because I remember loving the first Wishmaster. So I don't know if the third or if they made a fourth, if they're any good. But yeah, I'll check out part 2 this weekend. Because that might be on that kick.
I'm pretty sure they just made 3. I'm pretty sure 3.
Was 3 all right? Or did it peter off into...
Yeah, usually the third installment, especially of like kind of a smaller film franchise like Wishmaster, the third installment tends to be kind of the laziest.
I still might check it out. Like, for example, I love Jeepers Creepers in the second one, but I never saw the newest one. I have no idea if it's good or bad. Like, there wasn't even a trailer available on whatever streaming service it was, so I was like, I don't know. I just didn't watch it.
I've just seen the first 2. Like, obviously the first one was Justin Long, and then the second one, I think, is the one where he terrorizes the school bus.
Yeah. And I can't remember if that was a prequel or if that was a what, because I think there's a big time jump, forward or backward. I'm trying to remember, but... Yeah.
Like I said, man, there's just so much content out there anymore.
Yeah. It's a battle. Man. So speaking of like effects, like of Wishmaster and even like Jeepers Creepers and all that, like would you say like say a Wishmaster for example, I guess, if the OG script for that was greenlit today, do you think it would likely help or hurt how it looked? Would the practical effects like be easier to produce, like say from '97, or do you think the studios wouldn't let it?
Would still do the Wishmaster himself in a prosthetic suit because nothing will ever beat an actor's eyes beneath a character or whatever. You know, you can get all kinds of crazy with digital stuff or even animatronics, but nothing will ever beat like an actor's actual like performance, you know, with real eyes behind it. I forget the psychological term for it, but there's like it's a psychological thing that people have where if you look at something and you know it's not real, you don't nearly as much engage with it, or you don't register it in your brain the same way as you would something that you know is real. Okay. So having those eyes in a makeup really makes a difference.
Yeah, that tactile kind of, makes your frontal lobe blow up in a good way. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember when, I don't know, and I don't want to bash any movies out there, but like, it was one of those volcano movies, and it was right when digital was getting huge, and I remember like the CGI lava was obviously so fake, and it almost looked like some bad PS1 graphics or something. It might even be before PS1, but I mean, like, I was just like, what is this? And I was like, where I didn't even see it, I was like, no. It's forgivable in some movies when you can see it, you know, a house explodes and you can tell like there's no real explosion, like there's just fire coming out the windows and you're like, okay, they didn't even blow up.
Oh yeah, or when he does a weird cut and it's obviously a model, but you know.
Oh yeah, I love the model work, but no, totally, yeah. Oh my lord, huh? And me and a producer friend are like trying to we're bouncing some ideas because we have kind of a good like core of a horror film idea, and we don't know if we want to make it a short or what. We want to produce it ourselves, and we're just like trying to decide what we can do realistically, you know, visually on like an indie budget. Like,
totally.
Yeah, do you ever create a film based primarily around what you know you could do makeup wise, like masterfully, you know, or?
Sometimes, you know, in all actuality, Board of Myth, it started out as just like kind of a proof of concept reel, just as far as like, hey, look, I can make something, you know, a cool short narrative and do some cool special effects and do some cool stuff just to kind of like show off and stuff. And so I had arranged several set pieces around it and then kind of built the story around those set pieces.
Yeah, one thing we want to do. Do you think it'd be easy to do practical effects wise, or not too expensive? Like a hand getting like fire damage, like 3rd-degree burns from like s'mores, like.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of different things, and also there's just a lot more. Even in just the last 10 years, hell, the last 5 years, there's been all kinds of really weird, cool, new little special effects products that do all kinds of really neat stuff. You know, and it's all easily applicable and pretty easily to take off too. Because that's one of the main things about a lot of this makeup stuff is it's very easy to put on and it looks great, but then the removal is always kind of a bit of a bear. So a lot of these new products coming out are really cool.
Okay, huh? Like you're talking about like After Effects, or like apps, or what?
For special effects and stuff like that. Like this has been around for years, but a really cool innovation is there's a guy, I think his name is Arthur Tinsley, but they're called Tinsley transfers. And so essentially they used to make like fake tattoos and stuff like that, but now they make this synthaflesh stuff that goes on like a temporary tattoo, but it's 3D. It's like actually like flesh and stuff, but it goes on like a temporary tattoo. The only real Achilles heel of it is you have to pour it on a flat mold, so you can't really make like a full face or anything that has any wrap around to it. It has to be flat, so you can only do like little wounds and stuff. But for little wounds, oh man, it works gangbusters. It's really great stuff.
Huh. Wow. Very cool.
So there's all kinds of new techniques and new stuff, and then of course me being an old school guy, I have all the books and all the kind of the knowledge of the older movies and stuff just from seeing so many older movies. Oh, I know how they did this effect for here and that effect for here, you know, how to blow up a body for like $100, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have like this kind of castle location in mind, and we're like, but there's kind of like a pivotal one where like, wow, this person's hand kind of melts involving s'mores and stuff, and we're like, I might pick your brain off camera here later. Be like, hey.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I always love the creative problem-solving aspect of special effects. It's like, okay, this guy's head has to come off, but like just this way, or this guy does this and that happens, you know, and then you have to figure out from like A to B or A to Z, like how does that go? Like how does this bit make it to here? How does that guy's head turn around? You know, I enjoy the creative challenge of figuring it out.
Yeah. Oh, no, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's the whole. I mean, if you're in the biz we're in, it's kind of like the show must go on constantly. You know, it's how do you do it? Not like, oh, can we do it? You know, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And it's all about fooling the camera. You know, that's the one nice thing about everything is like if you had to do something nose to nose, eye to eye, like, you know, like as a performance, basically as a special effect, a lot more difficult. But since you're just fooling the camera or whatever, there's all kinds of little trick ways to cut things, to shoot things. Like, yeah, there's so many fun tricks.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. The beauty of film. Yeah.
Yep, super fun stuff.
It's one of the reasons I love I love it all, but one of the reasons I love like film more than like say plays. When people ask like, oh, what do you when you're doing this and that, and you know, in the theater arts and everything, just because like, you know, like say on a play, you know, people are in the audience and you know they might have different experience, different angles, you have bad seats, you have whatever, you know. But like on a film or a TV show, you know, anything made on film, it's like, you know, that's the director's image, that's the story they want you to see and tell. It's like, you know, a comic book brought to life, so to speak, you know. So
Totally.
in my humble opinion, but I appreciate it all, and all goes together, and you know, man. But man, circling back to like Born of Myth, though, congratulations once again. I mean, getting on the big screen, and like, I was talking with an actress last week, Morgana Shaw, about how like it's just you know, post COVID and like with you know theaters being less and less a destination place for massive crowds and dates and stuff, you know, it's like even more special, you know, to get a film on the big screen.
Oh yeah, we shot this about 2.5 years ago, two years ago. So we've been slowly kind of working through it and, you know, getting it edited and trying to put together like somewhat of a pitch deck and figuring out how we're going to do the second part and stuff, and just getting funding for all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just you know, so much going into it. Yeah.
I mean, even if it becomes a huge TV series, it's going to be epic and awesome. Like, it's just going to be really great for you to, you know, see it on the big screen, you know, first. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And just doing the other parts. Hopefully, you know, this episode we're trying to sell works well, because the very next episode I have, we're kind of hoping we can get some interest, maybe get some funding before we do the next part, because the next part's sort of a big climax of a 3-episode arc, essentially. And so we would really love to try and get a little more support for that, because I really want that big climax fight to be amazing. But, you know, as you know, special effects cost money.
Yeah. What kind of effects, without spoiling the story, what kind of effects are needed for that?
Well, the big climax would be like pretty much a whole episode of a fight scene, more or less. I mean, there would be other stuff going on too, but lots of visual effects. We have an evil character. Essentially, it's 4 evil characters and 5 good guys would be the climax. And one of the evil characters has his name is Breach, and he has a ability to open portals. And so we're going to have a lot of fun with him being able to open portals above people, below people, behind people.
Whoa,
there's a lot of fun to be had with that. So, like I said, special effects cost money.
Yeah, I would imagine that'd be expensive. Well, or I don't know. The effects maybe not so much nowadays. I don't know.
Well, there are little ways to trick things and stuff like that, like all kinds of different little stuff, because you can get ideas across with like doing very basic things. Like an example would be like I've seen this done in movies many times, where like say there's bad guys outside trying to get in and they have to like consecrate the house, sort of a thing. And so people will look out the window and somebody will do something, and then all of a sudden they just see like a flash, and then it's like, oh, like the house is consecrated now. You know, you didn't actually have to visually see the shield going up or whatever, but just the person having the flash, and it's like, oh, well, there you go. You know?
Yeah, no, like off the top of my head, like when you were talking about the portal thing, I was even thinking of a cheap way. Is like, you know, you show the portal breach once or something like that, and then like the next a couple angles later, you see like just like the leg that should be coming through the portal on the ceiling, but you just see the leg. You don't see the purple light of the portal, and it's just kicking the arms off camera.
Doesn't really spoil anything, but there's like a part where the bad guy goes upstairs, the portal guy, to try and get one of the good guys or whatever, and so another good guy comes to try and stop them, and he just opened the portal right underneath him, and then the very next scene, you would see him fall through the ceiling downstairs.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because the portal opened up beneath him, so he'd be falling through the ceiling downstairs. A lot of trick photography and some editing and stuff, that kind of thing. But that's where the fun comes in.
Now, what kind of setting is this for this giant fight? Is it a giant like mansion or like a warehouse?
We have a place called Sanctuary, which is kind of like a house out in the middle of nowhere or whatever. It sits on like ley lines, you know, maybe magical kind of juju place to be. You know, it gives them more power, gives the good guys more power.
Okay.
So, but like I said, a lot of fun to be had with that next part, should we get there.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, so cool.
Because I do have other projects too I'm trying to work on at the same time. I'm always busy, always working on something. Like right now I've got two things kind of in the works. Like another idea that I have is called the Street Saint. And so without getting too much into that, it's kind of like a superhero deal, but like not like superpowers necessarily. And that'll be really fun. Like sort of a Batman kind of character-esque, I guess you could say. Just lots of action, lots of emotion. A lot more dramatic than Born of Myth, probably, because Born of Myth is a lot of action and it's a lot of real poppy storytelling and real go, 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 whereas this would be a little bit more drawn back, a little more dramatic. But I would like to do an action short sometime this next year and put together like a sizzle reel to try and sell that idea as well, as I'm still doing Born of Myth.
Oh, very cool, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy on this busy. It's like you're all in on everything. It's like you're something that's even long gestating, yet something brand new, and then like you have maybe this germ of an idea that's people are really biting at. You're like, oh my gosh, and no, totally. That's
exactly,
wild.
And just trying to put a bunch of stuff out there, just keep myself working on stuff. Yeah, I've got the Oaks Park haunted house coming up here this season, and we haven't had our first makeup meeting yet, but it's going to be soon, and I'm going to be inundated with a lot of FX homework.
Oh yeah. Huh? Are you if you had to like forecast in your mind what you think is going to be really popular, or maybe you already know, is there anything new that's going to be like, okay, this year this is really in, or is there anything that's...
Well, I think we're keeping two of our haunts from last year, which would be Silver Scream, which is like all the classic monsters and stuff. And then I believe we're keeping Complex, and then I don't remember, I think there's a third haunted house, something new, because usually that's what they do is they have two from the previous year, and then they cycle in something new every year. So I'm not sure what the new haunted house is going to be, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Cool. Are you going to be wearing a lot of makeup yourself, or no?
Well, I've done that in previous years, but now I've gotten to vending and stuff. So when I'm doing the event, I'll do makeup, and then once the event starts, I sell like retro posters and signs and candles, like skull candles and stuff, and all the retro posters are all generally old horror movie posters, like repops, obviously, but like Nightmare on Elm Street and Big Trouble in Little China, like all the great stuff.
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Like full-size movie-style posters and stuff.
The classics, yeah. Huh.
Because it's fun because, I do make a decent amount of money doing it, but I also, like, when I order the posters, you have to order them wholesale. So you have to order, like, a lot at a time. So I'll usually cherry pick one or two of my favorite posters here and there every time I make an order just for my own fun.
Very cool. What's your most treasured film poster?
Well, actually, it's not a film poster. Yeah, I have an X-Men poster from 1988. And so it is like a perfectly pristine, like X-Men 1988 poster. It has the X-Men and X-Factor on it, and that goes for about $550 now.
Ooh. Now what was that originally? Retro. Was that originally for comic shops or just? It was just. Oh.
Yeah, originally for a comic shop. Yep.
Now, what is it? Is it one of the covers I might recognize, or is it just a big promotional?
No, it's not a cover. It's just a random collection of characters. It's basically all of X-Factor and all of the classic X-Men.
Okay.
But it's like a full-size, like, movie poster size style poster.
Now, see, I'm an OG comic geek, but I haven't read a lot lately. X-Factor, that was the original X-Men with new costumes, kind of, right? I'm imagining Cyclops is blue and white.
X-Factor was sort of the B squad of X-Men, I guess you could say.
Okay. Very cool. And where's that right now? Is that, like, your office, or...?
Yeah, well, sitting upstairs, actually, in my bedroom.
Ah, cool. Who drew it? Was it Chris Claremont, or no, it wouldn't be Jim Lee? That'd be a little before that, right?
I believe it's Claremont, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the Claremont Byrne era. I still haven't seen the X-Men Dark Phoenix. It got such horrible reviews, and I know it was the end of like that that series. I was like,
Oh yeah, it had its moments, but it was definitely flawed. But I'm not such a purist as so many people are. I'm sure you've seen like some of the backlash about like the Acolyte and all kinds of other stuff. Like I just kind of take stuff for what it is, and like leave it for what it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm not like,
yeah.
This didn't honor my version of Star Wars, or this didn't, whatever. I just enjoy it for what it is, and let go of what it isn't. I've never been one of those like hardline people. Oh, this sucks. This is Star Wars forever.
I definitely made my own decision. Yeah. Speaking of kind of on that subject, what do you think of the new James Gunn Superman so far? From what we're hearing, there's a lot of controversy over the
I'm going to give it a
costume and
chance.
this. Yeah,
I'm going to give it a chance. I like James Gunn. I've liked him ever
yeah.
since he used to work for Trauma. Like the old
Mm-hmm.
horror films and stuff like that.
And he still has that fun vibe. He still has that energy.
So I'm
So
giving him a lot of trust. I really enjoyed the last Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm going to give it a shot.
yeah, Brightburn. What was that horror film he did with the little sluggy creatures? Splinter? No. Was it Slither? No.
Slither. Yeah,
Yeah.
Slither.
That was so
excellent.
good.
I love Slither.
I don't think he did Brightburn, right? Did he produce it, I want to say?
I think he executive produced it,
yeah.
But also excellent. So
yeah,
I really like
so
the look
good.
of the new Superman. I'm not super a purist, but there are definitely things I like about his costume as far as, like, they gave him the undies back. They put the yellow yellow symbol on his cape. Like, those are kind of like, I'm
going to go in fresh. I'm going to go in fresh. And what I heard it was based on Superman All-Star. I read that from Grant Morrison. He's one of my favorite writers. So.
Oh, yep.
So I'm excited, So I like James Gunn, like you're saying. But yeah, some of the costume, like the shoulders, look kind of, but I think when we watch it, it's gonna be fine or great.
Well, I've seen some of like the set photos. Like Mr. Terrific looks really good. But then
dead on.
Green Lantern. And, I'm not sure if I liked his costume a whole lot. Hot Girl looked okay. We'll see how it goes.
Well, Nathan Fillion looks kind of like, I don't know, but the shots I saw, it looks like it's between takes. He could just be kind of down and like, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, definitely. So it's funny, that's a kind of a hot topic. We can talk about the undies, or I don't even like calling them the undies in a way, because it's funny how so many people are like, oh, underwear on the outside. But as a kid, I never thought about it. I never thought, oh, they're underwear on the outside. It's part of the superhero costume that so many of them wore, and I think just subconsciously, I thought it was just kind of like a modesty thing or something like that. Not like you know what I mean, almost like he's like anti-undies in a way. Strongman,
it's like a professional wrestler kind of a thing or whatever. To me, it's always just been part of the costume,
Yeah, so for the like even Hawkeye and Captain America had it, but it was the same color, right? I want to say. So it's like I just thought. So I think I never thought about it, but I think subconsciously I figured it's just like a modesty thing, because if Superman Batman didn't have it, it'd be almost inappropriate, and they're the Boy Scout and whatever might be protective in Batman's case, or it's just like so. It's just funny.
No one wants to see the bat bulge.
Yeah, right. And it's the classic. It's just classic. So I remember when they first kind of took it away, here and there with the New 52 and stuff, I was like, I don't know, with the classic. I just figured it was probably just going to come back, kind of like when Superman died and Batman broke his back. You're like, well, they're coming back. And then they came back.
Homage to like the Christopher Reeve Superman, because that's of course my Superman. I think he's the best Superman because he's a friendly-looking Superman, and he's big without being muscled, and that to me, that is Superman. He's a big, friendly man that when he shows up, it's like everything's going to be okay. It's not like this gritty, dark, kind of a thing. Like, that's the whole point of Superman, is you have a character that doesn't have to kill anybody or be gritty or dark. Like, that's the whole point of Superman.
Yeah. Did you like Henry Cavill as Superman, or was he
I did. I didn't think he was too bad. I think he lacked a little of the friendliness, but I think it's hard to, like, because Christopher Reeve is my Superman. I think it's a really hard ask for anybody to be Christopher Reeve,
Yeah.
I think, like, Brandon Routh had it, the Superman Returns and stuff, but I know that was kind of a lackluster film, and it didn't have the action, because I've long been a person when I talk about Superman films. If you have a Superman film where Superman doesn't punch anything, that's going to be a bad Superman film.
Oh, did he not punch it? I remember there wasn't a lot of it. Did he not punch anything? Because I remember there was, he caught the plane.
He caught the plane.
He finally just took the end.
He didn't really, punch anything or fight anything. And it just, it's a Superman movie. You got to have a little bit of a fight. That's why Superman 2, in my opinion, is probably one of the better Superman movies of all those movies.
It goes all out, Zod and all that, Yeah. Huh. I didn't mind it much when he. I remember it was controversial to a lot of people, and I felt like they weren't comic fans when they're like, "Well, when he broke Zod's neck, Superman just doesn't kill. He doesn't kill." I'm like, "Well, in the movie, he doesn't want to kill. He's begging him not to, heat vision those people, and he's like, he cries out on his knees when he has to kill Zod. It's not like he killed him when, did some sort of cool James Bond or Lobo line and flew off. I'm like, what do you say? He was in pain, I
mean, I understand the decision that they made because they were going with a bit of a darker universe.
A little darker,
with the comics version,
Oh,
where he
yeah?
just sends them back to the Phantom Zone, and then you can just seal them and pack them for the next sequel or whatever.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not getting too geeky to anyone who's not super comic-y, but what was the comic? I don't think I read it, but, you know, being a comic fan, you kind of know a lot about comics when you're really deep, and you see covers and this. What was the one where, didn't he kill some Kryptonians? Like, he had there was a cover somewhere he had a black hood on, and he had to sentence them to death or something. I feel like he opened up a lead box and he killed maybe those 3 Kryptonians, maybe Zod or
it might be possible. Well, I know that there was later on in the comic book, there's like 2 other Kryptonians that came to Earth, and they came as conquerors, but then they slowly started dying or whatever because they didn't realize that the kryptonite that was in them or whatever that was giving them their powers was also poisoning them or something like that.
Okay. I just remember that famous cover. I want to say it was during the John Byrne era. Like, John Byrne might have drew it even. But he has, like, it's Superman for sure with his, costume, but he has, like, a black hood on, and he's opening up a kryptonite lead box toward 3 Kryptonians who are like, oh. But yeah, Well, speaking of that, stay on the geek train. Hope people aren't tuning out. Have you checked out, I hope I don't butcher the title. It's Adventures of Superman, but is it My Adventures with Superman on, HBO Max?
Yeah, that's not been too bad. I know, again, that's another thing that's dividing a lot of fans.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I've heard the positive reviews. I didn't know it was dividing so much. Yeah, okay.
Well, pretty much anything nowadays, no matter what you do or how good or bad it may be, you're going to have people talking shit just to further their own narrative of whatever. Like, the Acolyte, like, I like the Critical Drinker. He's a fun podcast guy or whatever, but, like, he really crapped all over the Acolyte. Really? Well, now you see all these other people that do these similar podcasts and different things where they're just all crapping on the Acolyte just because it sort of seems popular.
Oh, okay. Huh. Kind of like Shock Jock against Star Wars people or something. It's the cool thing.
It's like, he's getting views, doing negative, like, reviews about Acolyte. Well, I'm going to do my own negative reviews to get my views up, and it's like,
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. You can't please everyone. I remember I was at the gym and people were, what was it? Big screens on mute. Like Supernatural's always on there that's really popular. But The Last Jedi was on, and some big brute guy like looked up, and I didn't know what he's looking at. I looked up, he looked like he was looking at 9/11 or something like that. I looked up like, what's he looking at? And he's like, ugh, like he shook his head. He was really, really down about The Last Jedi on mute with subtitles behind you. Like, I was like,
it was pretty painful to watch Luke Skywalker, the hero of Star Wars, be like, yeah, no, I don't feel like doing it, and then just tossing the lightsaber, like, oh my god, really? Yeah,
I remember the memes after that came out. People mentioned about it, and it said right after The Last Jedi came, there was the memes where there's Daniel LaRusso, Karate Kid, talking to Mr. Miyagi, and like the subtitle is it's like, will you train me to fight the tournament, Miyagi? And as Miyagi, crying from part 2, and he's like, no, Miyagi quit karate. Miyagi wanna die. And then it had the title screen from the credit screen from Last Jedi, directed by Rian Johnson. Karate Kid directed by Rian Johnson. no karate. Miyagi. Like, no. Speaking of Fight Club, I'm really excited about Cobra Kai coming back.
Oh, me too. I've really been enjoying the Cobra Kai. Always love the Karate Kid movies and stuff. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see it wrap up. It sucks that it's like in 2 parts or whatever, because I think this is just part 1. And then they have like part 2 coming. But it's always good.
I mean, I binge it like a mofo when it comes out, so I guess it's like, all right. And at least I know that it's going to be in, 2 or 3 parts, whatever, like you said. Yeah, because I saw a little poster for it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I know, all right, but... Yeah. Oh, and then there's a Karate Kid film coming out again that I don't know if this connects to, but I know Ralph Macchio's in it, but I'm not sure if it's going to connect with anything.
It'll be interesting. I don't know if it's a soft reboot or if they're including Cobra Kai. It'll be interesting.
Because they have, I guess, Jaden Smith's in it. I never saw that Karate Kid because I'm such a purist for Cobra Kai and the original Karate Kid.
I saw that one with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. It was okay. It was its own version of Karate Kid, but it wasn't Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I love Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. I love it even more now because Cobra Kai really, put a venom or steroid infusion in the Karate Kid universe and be like, yeah, it's not like Back to the Future. You could never reboot. I would probably protest it. But so when they made Karate Kid,
you're never going to get another Christopher Reeve. You're never going to get another Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. So But yeah, so I never saw that Karate Kid reboot, but now with this, I'm like, should I? And I don't know.
It'll be interesting for sure. We'll just kind of have to see. We'll hope they do a good job with one or two here or there.
Yeah. And to bring you back into the fold of that topic, what martial arts are you crazy wild into? Would you say to people like because
I've always really liked Shaolin Kung Fu, Wushu, Sui Jiao, which is Chinese wrestling. Essentially, it's kind of like Chinese Jiu-Jitsu, I guess you could say.
Wow, I never heard of that. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot less. Like in a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of the moves are somewhat dependent upon grabbing your opponent's shirt and stuff like that, and a lot of the Sui Jiao is like that, but not nearly as much. A lot of it is a lot more wrestling.
Very cool. What is it called? Shui Jiao? Is that what you said? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm still doing my Taekwondo and trying to get into more Krav Maga if possible, because I'm a big fan of that.
Oh, there you go. It's good just to do anything, like so many people are style purists, like, oh, this style or oh, that style. It's all about what you like and the practitioner, like I've been to so many tournaments and stuff, and I've seen black belts have their butts handed to them by blue belts.
Okay.
So, it's just all about like the practitioner and kind of, what suits you best, what you like.
Yeah.
I like Kung Fu just because I did it the longest, and I just have a lot of fond memories of it because when I did it, I was, younger and stuff like that. Or when I was real heavy into it, I was a lot younger and stuff. So I just have a lot of fond memories of it. And yeah, and I did it so damn much, those moves are ingrained in me until the day I die.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, but doesn't it just help your life so much, though? And the motions, the movements, the stretches,
It really does.
The mindset.
It just kind of helps, get you going, especially the stretches, as you get older and stuff like that. A lot of the older martial artists that, can't do a lot of the physical stuff, they still stretch. And so a lot of those people, they're still moving into their 80s and 90s just fine. That's where I hope to be.
Like when I'm like closing lower drawers and stuff, I often do like a little, what do you call that inner kick, where you, forward, or I do like my elbow, my arm down, like I'm blocking a kick with my fist or something like that. Yeah, it's like guys, you can be training all the time, kind of like Miyagi-Do,
Oh yeah, it was actually kind of funny on this last doing the bar fight, the newest bar fight that we shot for Board of Myth. There's a really cool 2-part move where essentially one of the characters, they lean back and they punch one way and kick the other. And then they reverse direction while still having the kick in the air, and then punch and kick in the opposite direction. And it looks great. But when I was practicing the move myself, like a couple times, like I kind of hurt myself just a little bit for about a day, maybe a day and a half. Like, oh man, I should have stretched before that. Like, I got to get back into this a little bit more.
Oh, wow. Huh. So Kung Fu is your main. If you were in your daily life, what do you do? Like, do you think stretch wise, or just with your motion wise, or that you just use in some form?
There's like 2 to 3 forms that I usually go through that are just really good forms because they encapsulate a lot of different kinds of movement. I'll do like the 18 stances, which is basically 9 one way and then just 9 on the other side. They call it the 18 stances. And then just do some what's called eagle claw principles, because eagle claw Kung Fu is what I did. And so that's basically just like using grabs and joint locks and stuff like that. But it's all just like techniques and stuff, similar to a kata.
So if DC Hitt was a playable character with early purchase in a a DLC or whatever the kids are calling it, in a video game like a Mortal Kombat style or Injustice, what would be your fatality, you think?
Well, it would
either
probably
from your
be
moves
like
or
ripping somebody's throat out, because that is a technique that you train in Eagle Claw, being able to rip somebody's throat out, and it's actually disturbingly easy to rip somebody's throat out.
Wow.
Not that I've ever ripped his throat out, obviously, or anything like that. Apparently it's very easy, because like when they're training you, you don't actually hurt anybody, but they kind of grip. With the 3-fingered eagle claw, they kind of grip your throat and they kind of just get a grab on it, and you're like, oh man, I can see how very easy it would just be to just like, oh man, like, yeah, it's scary how easy you can hurt somebody.
Wow. Yeah, I'd be trying to learn that move. AB, joystick up, down.
Yeah, right.
The DC Hitt character going like, Talon rip.
Well, like I never got to that level, but like a lot of the Eagle Claw masters and stuff, they're so good with their Eagle Claw, and their hands are so developed. When they grab you, they can just grab you at where your muscles separate, and they can just separate your muscle and like isolate your muscle and like like tear at your muscle. It's
Wow.
it's very painful. I've had that done to me. Not
Well,
in a teaching way.
do you kind of
Man.
do you grab the Adam's apple a bit, or no? You're just grabbing.
Oh no, like grabbing somebody's bicep and separating the muscles in their bicep,
Oh
and then
yeah.
like putting your fingers in between. Like, oh man, like
You just
if you ever
kind of.
bumped your knee into a table, it's like that, but like times 10.
Wow. So don't mess with DC Hitt. Jeez, don't wow.
Well, I never got to that level, but
If you
I
had
can
to,
still
but
do some pretty decent kung fu.
Huh. The eagle claw. Wow. Oof. My word. Oh man.
But yeah, just trying to do a bunch of stuff, just trying to keep up with a little kung fu from time to time. Like I said, I'm doing this Street Saint action short hopefully next year, so I'm trying to get my skills up a little bit because I don't know if I'll be in the costume or whatever. We're going to have an actor, a different actor than me, obviously, be the Street Saint or whatever, should it get picked up or should it turn into a series. But I'm not sure if I want to be in the costume or whatever, just because if anybody's going to be taking any licks or doing any, dangerous moves, I'd prefer it to be me.
So maybe we'll see a Street Saint promotional poster, but it'll be you, but it'll cut off right before the neck or the jaw, and you'll have
exactly. Yep.
Very cool. Wow.
But just trying to stay busy, do stuff. I'm working on an audiobook right now too. I just completed it. I kind of need to go through and edit it. I'm learning about kind of how to put it on Audible and how to copyright it and all the specifics about that. And so that's very exciting because that's a script I wanted to do for a while, but budgetarily trying to do it as a film would be slightly limiting. So trying to do it as an audiobook is just cool because I can just sort of run with the story and I don't have to worry about budgetary constraints.
Oh, very cool. And it could always be a standard book later, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've renamed it. I was going to call it The Wolf and the Raven, but there's like a lot of other things that are called The Wolf and the Raven. So the official title now is Prey Upon. And so it's about a werewolf and a prostitute that end up working together. And so it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's very cool. Wow, I love that title too.
It's very cool, and it works off of a principle from nature. That's sort of how I got the idea, is that essentially in nature, wolves and ravens help each other hunt. So ravens will find like the weak animal or the old animal or even a dead animal, and they'll circle, right? So the wolves know, oh, hey, there's like weak herd or whatever, or even ravens will even track herds, and wolves will follow the ravens. And so the wolf will kill whatever's there, and then the ravens get what's left over. And so essentially that's kind of what the relationship with the wolf and the raven ends up being, is it's an injured werewolf that can't transform because he's poisoned with silver. And so him and this prostitute form like an alliance. Like she helps him find food, he kills the food, but then she gets the money. So it's an interesting relationship, to be sure.
Oh, wow. Prey Upon. Wow, that's awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to that. And say,
excited to get it done.
Yeah, say you have a sequel or a different kind of spin-off avenue. You can even just have Prey Upon, The Wolf and the Raven. So you're using both anyway.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I do leave it off so that way if I want to do more, I can do more. There's a big climax at the end of the book or whatever where it's at a strip club and there's like good guys, there's bad guys. Our main character can finally be a full werewolf again. It's going to be like a lot of fun. I've considered trying to do it as a teleplay where you have different voices and you have some sound effects and stuff. So I'm still playing with format.
Man, that is awesome, man. So many irons in the fire. And
yep. I like to stay busy, and if I have all these things happening, like, just recently there was a film premiere for a film coming out on the streaming services called Feet of Death. So it's like a Sasquatch horror movie kind of a deal. And so I worked on that a while back, and then the Ouija one I worked on before that. And so now those projects are coming to fruition. Born of Myth is coming. I'll be working on these other things. So I always have something kind of that I'm working on and something that's coming out. And that's kind of the area I would like to be. Always have something I'm working on, always have something that's coming out.
That's great. You were talking about Feet of Death last time. So where's that streaming now?
Oh, what, Feet of Death?
Yeah. That's great that it's out.
It's not out yet. We just had the premiere for it like 2 weeks ago, so I think in the next 3 months it should be out.
Very cool. So just look for that. Oh, awesome, man. That's so cool. I'm so glad you have so many irons in the fire, and it's making a house ablaze with success finally, so.
Yep. Something's got to pop somewhere, just got to keep staying busy.
Something's got to pop. Just keep Eagle Claw striking, and one of, maybe it'll be the bicep, maybe it'll be the eye socket, but, You'll get that
There you go.
You'll get that Trinity victory, and you did.
Yep.
Well,
But
DC.
yeah, it'll be cool, you know. I'll just reiterate real quick. July 18th, the Vancouver Film Showcase. Doors at 6:30, movie at 7, or movies at 7. A portion of the proceeds will go to the Clark County Historical Museum.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Going to a good cause. Awesome. Not just for the
Real
art of
fun
it,
night
which
out
is
at the
good.
movie. You get to support local cinema. Like, there you go. Because that's part of the showcase, is just trying to showcase, like, you know, the Northwest is a good place for film, too. You know, not just Portland, too. Vancouver, you know, has its own thing going on. So, yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I love Vancouver. Yeah, it's great. It's huge. I say Vancouver sometimes. People think, oh, Vancouver, like, you know, in Canada. I'm like, well, no, that's cool too, but no, Vancouver, Washington.
Yep. And supposedly, it's been a couple years since I checked or whatever, but this was a couple years ago anyway, the 4th largest growth area in the country.
Vancouver, Washington, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Vancouver, Portland area, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Ooh, I will look into that as well. Huh.
That's why rent's so damn expensive anymore.
Yeah. It's not just New Gotham, people. Portland is still flourishing, and Vancouver is one of the shiny gems in it.
Yep.
Or next to it, I should say, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we've taken enough of your time this time, DC, and thanks again so much once more, my friend. Oh.
Hey, thank you, man. Always good to talk to you. You know, fun to kind of geek out about stuff and, you know, kind of talk about things I'm making and doing, and, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to collaborate hella soon, for real.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, again, I'm always working on something. One of my co-producers has really wanted to do something comedy-related, like no monsters, no myths, no mayhem, just something like a pure, like, raunchy kind of a comedy.
Ooh.
And so I've been slowly putting together something like that. So that's one of my back burner projects. Like, maybe 2 years we'll get that done. But, yeah, I would love to do, like, a really fun, raunchy comedy, like something of, like, the old-school kind of raunchy comedy feel.
Okay, yeah. Holla at your boy.
Yep. Oh, hey, totally, man.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Oh, well, thanks again so much.
It'd just be nice to change gears, because I do so much horror stuff and so much kind of dark stuff. It'd be nice to do something light.
Just a straight up kind of like a rated R raunchy comedy, huh? Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Well, when you're doing it yourself, it's easy to like not just, you know, pigeonhole yourself into one kind of position. So that's another good thing. You know?
Oh yeah, well, it's a good writing exercise too. Just because I'm very good, I think, or at least personally, I think I'm pretty good at writing like horror and dark and scary and stuff. And I like to challenge myself by doing like other stuff.
No, definitely. Yeah. Oh, very cool. And Street Saint? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that will be a lot of fun. If I can get that off the ground, it's going to be super dramatic. Like Born of Myth has a little bit of drama in it, but like Street Saint is like super dramatic.
Okay.
So lots of great action and also just like super dramatic. So yeah, that one will be a lot of fun.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I will be looking forward to that. Maybe even submitting to it. Who knows?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. Have fun with the rest of your holiday for sure, bro.
Hey, you too. You know, have a fun, safe, and happy 4th and stuff. I'm going down to the coast to see my folks, and they always blow up the beach pretty well down there. They have the Indian reservation that gives you all the boom fireworks and stuff.
Oh.
And you're not supposed to blow them up anywhere other than the reservation, but everyone does. They just take you to the beach and blow the hell out of the beach. So,
oh, hell yeah.
It'll be all right.
Hey, get some visuals. Bring out the camera and maybe, use the effects.
Yeah, there you go, right?
Yeah, I guess I could say it here because this will come out like a little after today, obviously. I'm heading to see Stonehenge or a Stonehenge replica, I guess, out here. Friends want to go to it? Maybe you've been to it.
Oh, cool.
It's around Washington, I want to say, from Portland, so maybe
That's
past
cool.
Vancouver. Yeah. See what's going on with that. And on the 18th, I will try to be there with bells on for sure, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know, and I can get you put on the list to let you in so you don't have to pay.
Oh, well, hell yeah. Even more enticing, yeah. All right, man. I'll see you there.
Hey, awesome. Hey, thank you. And, you take it easy, man, and we'll talk to you next time.
Oh, for sure. I'll see you in person soon on set.
Rock and roll, man.
Late.
Hey, bye-bye.
And that was artist and makeup artist master DC Hitt. Look up his work, but I'm sure you're probably already a fan. And after a quick break with her new mesmerizing song, You're Gonna Love Again, Whim Grace. Rep the brand as behind-the-scenes film talk, positive vibes, and discovering what the human condition is all about as nonstop creativity guides us on and on and on with that Kev1 Show merchandise. Now for sale at thatkev1show.etsy.com. That Kev1 Show, spelled of course that, K-E-V, number 1 N, show. Hey, you're a fan. You want to rep it. You know how to spell it. So get it today and glow with us. Special thanks again to Master of the Makeup Arts, DC Hitt. And now, you've been waiting for it. Beautiful songbird, lovely artist. You know her, you love her productions, and you're going to love her voice once more on the show. This time, singing. With her new fantabulous song, Flicker. Open your ears for Whim Grace.
Flicker, babe, the darkest way, kiss my shade in the midnight. Flicker, babe, cast my way. Sirens calling you to this ocean of delight. And will you be like, will you be like, will you be like, Flicker, babe, dusk and jade, be the fade, the wind of the moonlight. Flicker, babe, the diamond way. Fill the day, waxing so bright. We'll be like, we'll be like, we'll be like, inside me, the tides of life bleed, and inside you, desire finds soothe inside of me. Tides of life being inside of you. Desire finds Flicker, babe, flicker, babe, flicker, babe.
Well, friends, the theater lights have come back on overhead. Please clean up the candy wrappers you snuck in and traverse safely. See you next week, or superfans online at patreon.com/thatkev1show. Good night. This portion of That Kev 1 Show is supported by Bohemian Dream Gifts, made with organic and natural oils that nourish and hydrate your skin. Man, I don't know if it's the weather outside or the gym that was killing my skin, because my right elbow on the, it itched like the Dickens, like I was becoming like the lizard from Marvel Comics. I think it's that machine where you put your elbow in and do the lifts, for the bicep. But I was itching my skin like crazy during, well, I won't say who because I don't want them associated with rough skin, with one of our guests here in the near future here. But my right elbow was getting ashy and coming up, getting red and irritated. Anyway, I used some of the promotional cookie dough body oil from Bohemian Dream Gifts that they gave us, and my skin, I'm not kidding, came back. I can vouch for that one. The cookie dough oil baby body oil, the cookie dough body oil brought my skin back to life like an Evanescence song. I'm not kidding. My skin is smooth and happy again. 100%. You can buy cookie dough oil on Etsy at the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop. Check out their other stuff as well, but that's one that I swear by now. And as soon as my promotional one runs out, I'm going to order some myself. So go to Etsy and visit the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop today.